This video is for entertainment purposes only. All photos have been found in the public domain and are fair use and fair dealing. Good morning, it's Wednesday the 31st of July here in the UK, and oh my god, have I got some stuff to say today. First things first, I would like to give a humongous thank you to the amazing girls who have supported me on Twitter. You know exactly who you are. Your encouragement and support astounds me, and I love you for that. By the way, if you do want to find me on Twitter, I'm WizKid101 UK. Come and say hello. Right, on with the gossip. The numpty that is Prince Harry has come out and said that he and Meghan only want 2 children in a bid to save the planet. Where do I start? First things first, Harry, by making that statement, you've not just insulted a huge part of the population, but you've also thrown a big fat middle finger to your brother and your grandmother, the Queen. Who in their right mind comes out, knowing that it's going to be reported on, saying that to save the planet we're only having 2 children? Tell you what, Harry, why don't you downsize your property to save your carbon footprint? Use a more efficient vehicle that's not a gas-guzzling Range Rover you so love. Stop using helicopters to zip around the country, and most importantly, stop flying private jets all over the place. What you have said has basically shown what a humongous hypocrite you really are. You might also like to tell your wife that spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on clothes, and let's not forget that 90k odd desert tent that I'm sure was intended for the Oscars, but she got shipped off to Morocco instead, only to be worn once, is also creating one hell of a carbon footprint. Did all the items in your newly renovated house come from locally sourced companies? If not, you're adding to that big old slab of your own carbon footprint. What gets me is that he feels that he has the right, because of his heritage and birthright, to shame others that don't do as he says. What gives him the right, and also the knowledge, to tell us what he thinks that we should do? I'm fed up with being preached to, so either do as you say or get off your royal soapbox. And not only has he eco-shamed us, but in the same breath, he also called anybody that has a slight disliking to his wife racist. He said that Britons need to understand where their prejudice come from in order to tackle racial discrimination. He also said in an interview with Dr. Goodall that despite the fact that if you go up to somebody and say what you've just said and the way that you've just behaved is racist, they'll turn around and say, I'm not racist. I'm not saying you're racist, Harry says. I'm just saying that your unconscious bias is proving that because of the way that you've been brought up, the environment you've been brought up in suggests that you have this unconscious point of view where naturally you will look at someone in a different way. Excuse me, Harry? Unconscious bias? I'm getting pretty fed up of being told I'm not allowed to dislike someone's personality because I'm white and therefore I must be unconsciously biased. I'm sorry to inform you, Harry mate, but it's not about racism, it's about personality and respect. To get respect, you need to earn it, not demand it. Now, I've said before I'm not going to use this photo, but you know what? Because of his moronic claim that we're racist because we don't bow down to his wife's feet and lick her shoes, I can't let it slide. Remember this, Harry. Can you also remember the utter disgusting term that you used about a fellow soldier? I'm not going to put that one on here because it is foul. Believe me, you are not the one that should be calling out who is racist, mate. Don't forget your past, Harry, because it will come back and bite you. I'm going to say it again because I really can't push this point hard enough. It's not about race, dear Harry. Your wife is simply unlikable and holds utter contempt for our royal traditions. Every time you or your wife opens their mouths, it just gets worse. To put it simply, we the people don't enjoy being lectured by those living safely in the top 1% of society when they aren't fulfilling their duty. You are both an embarrassment to the royal family. You also might want to have a look at your wife's actress bio on the internet, Harry, where she identifies herself as Caucasian. I really do despair. And speaking of despairing, following on from the disastrous Vogue fallout yesterday, it's now been reported that Meghan is bringing out a clothes line to support the SmartWorks charity. Now, I'm all for charity, doing your bit, but this really doesn't sit right with me. Meghan has persuaded major British retailers, Marks and Spencer's, John Lewis, and Jigsaw, along with her friend Misha Nunu, to create a capsule collection of women's workwear, which will benefit SmartWorks, a charity helping women back in the workplace. Each time a piece is brought from one of the retailers, a like-for-like item will be donated to charity. Hang on, didn't she already do a collab in Canada with Reitman stores? That venture failed drastically. Is this just a way of boosting her friend's status and income? Is Nunu taking a cut or doing it from the goodness of her heart? I thought the royal family wasn't supposed to engage in commercial activities. I mean, Sophie, the Duchess of Wessex, had to give up her PR firm, and Edward is much further down the line of succession than Harry is. The royal family have never publicly promoted themselves, and nor should they. Meghan has now commercialised herself while promoting her best friend. We are being saturated by her. Perhaps while visiting Marks and Spencer's, she could take note of the ethically produced British designed fashion for under £100 and consider switching her vastly expensive wardrobe to them. To finish off, I'd like to take you back to Charles's garden party that he had for his birthday. Meghan was out in her finery, except that there was a problem. It's a rule that she plays hard and fast with, and it's one that the Queen's insistence that you wear hosiery, i.e. tights. Shock horror, Meghan didn't have any. Knowing that most of the family would be in attendance to his birthday bash, Meghan wanted a pair of tights and asked an aide to go and get her some pantyhose. God, I hate that word. The aide reassured her that she was going to pop to Marks and Spencer's to get her some tights. But Meghan was not happy with this. She said, "You're not sending me to the garbage patch. I want Wolford." Now, M&S tights are a staple for most British women, but not for the demanding Duchess. Oh no. So M&S tights are not good enough for Meghan, yet it's now come back to bite you because you're doing a collaboration with them. I wonder what the folks at Marks and Spencer's really feel about that little sly dig that their products are not good enough for the Duchess. Oh my, I'm exhausted now. I think I need a cuppa. Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you very soon. Thank you very much.